Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I'm so glad
Hello.
he does the intro.
Nate is like the only one of us that's actually willing to do it.
I never had a problem doing it. It was just like, oh, Nate's done it, doing it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't I usually just take a second to see if anybody else is doing it. Then, yeah, I if nobody else is doing it, I just pick up the slack.
We
So,
all appreciate it.
so for anyone who doesn't know what they're watching at the moment, I am starting an alt account on Arknights because we're about to hit an event, and I kind of just want to see what I can do with a purely free-to-play account, because I am a dolphin on my other one. So, what are you doing, Phoenix?
Coloring for now. And once
Oh.
I should have had this done by now, kind of thing. I'm just coloring the rest of this Pokemon, and then I'm going to go to Minecraft probably.
Oh. Also, you have no excuse to not play Arknights now because I am literally just playing on an Android emulator, and I actually prefer doing this over playing it on my phone.
Oh, actually, I do have. I don't have an Android emulator.
But I can link you one that comes with Arknights really. Yep,
BlueStacks.
yep. That comes with one, that comes with like easily installed Arknights, I guess you could say, because it's like actually in the recommended thing. But I do prefer playing Arknights on my computer over playing it on my phone.
Yeah, I used to emulate Dokkan Battle for my alt account, but then they added safety net, and now I can't do that because I'll get banned.
Oh, Yostar doesn't really care about that.
Bandai Namco does a lot.
Yeah.
Partly because a lot of people have tons of alt accounts they use for bot farming.
See,
Their
the only thing that you
single-player
can
game.
really do to benefit your main account with an alt account on Arknights is like you can friend yourself and send yourself something called clues, but that really isn't that much of an advantage.
Yeah, the reason people bought alt accounts is because the friend system is garbage and nobody can ever find the right leaders.
But yeah, Phoenix, you don't have an excuse to not play Arknights now.
You know I was going to play it once I got a new phone, right?
Yeah. But like I do highly recommend starting now because we are a week away from a major event. And it
I thought
like
there was events every single week.
no.
Oh.
We usually have 1 or 2 weeks between events, and we just came out of a minor event.
Ah, gotcha.
Right now, we're heading towards the quarter anniversary event, which was the mid-year anniversary event for China, which means that it's not too big of a deal. It's not an anniversary, but it is a major event because it is a limited operator that we're about to be able to get.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
so from what I understand, it's kind of like the equivalent of the Thanksgiving or Christmas celebrations in Dokkan Battle. Not a huge deal in Japan, but they're a big enough deal over here that we get a good unit out of them.
Kind of the other way around for us, because this was the mid-year event for China, and it's just the quarter-year event for us because global versus China has weird scheduling.
Oh, I know all about that.
Because we are
I,
about 5 to 6 months behind China, but we're also on accelerated schedule, which means that we are, in fact, getting events faster than China does. It's just that we're still quite a bit behind.
oh, Dokkan's the same way. We're about 4 months behind the JP version, but for some reason we get a lot of shit early or way before they do.
Yeah. But yeah, if anyone out there watching this, unfortunately, by the time you see this, the event will be starting tomorrow. But if you're going to start an Arknights account, now is the time. Uh, and I'm just going through the story on Auto because I've seen this before, but also it's good podcast filler. Uh,
Sorry, I'm so quiet. I am so focused on colors.
mm,
I had a terrible, terrible start to my week.
oh boy, what happened?
Really?
So New York got hit with a freak blizzard,
Oh jeez.
and that's fine and dandy. We're used to fucking weird weather here. My furnace decided to explode that day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Your what?
Was my furnace, the
Ah.
house's furnace,
Oh jeez.
and
Ah.
it exploded.
It's not.
Thankfully,
Go ahead.
well, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's not quite the same thing, but Dark just kind of had a similar experience for a while.
Oh,
Oh, no.
yeah, my house's old electrical panel pretty much exploded.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's a mess.
This was like right when we were starting to work on the website too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a bad fire from it?
I actually don't quite know what you're saying here because I didn't catch some of it.
Was there a fire?
The fire. Funny story. The fire actually wasn't that bad. It barely damaged any wiring and basically just threw some soot into the bathroom vanity. But insurance and repairs were so slow that we were out of the house for 2.5 months.
Oh wow. See, thankfully the
Bureaucracy.
fire, it didn't explode into a giant ball of flame. It was all contained within the furnace, and we acted fast enough to get it out. But the furnace was totaled.
The thing is, the electrical panel wasn't the end of the problems we had as a result of that fire, because when we got back, we found out that the water heater just died. So there goes another $1,300 down the drain.
It's Murphy's Law sometimes. Anything that will go wrong.
Thankfully, insurance covered basically all of the new electrical panel stuff, because they had to move everything upstairs.
That is good. Because that's, electrical fire shit scares the hell out of me.
I was worried that my computer's cooler would have frozen because I have a liquid cooler, because it got down below 0 in the office I have my computer in, but somehow no, by some miracle, it survived completely unscathed.
Nice. Is it, you said water cooled, or is it like a cooler?
Yeah, it's water cooled.
Okay. That's lucky it didn't freeze then.
I got 16 cores. You think I'm going to do anything but water cool it? Even then, sometimes it's not enough because those tiny ass fucking cores generate so much heat that it turns that my computer turns into a space heater.
Damn. That's a little scary for a computer to get that hot.
Oh yeah.
It happens.
I know.
Especially with more modern hardware that kind of does that by design.
Yeah.
They've maximized all of the thermal headroom they can.
Approaching something approaching the limit of like
approaching the limit of Moore's law.
Technical logic. Yeah.
I
so
just
small. There's only you can only shrink a transistor so small before it stops being worth it, and we're very fast approaching that point.
I just learned about that entire thing recently. It's like, what happens at that point? Just technology goes into a slump?
No,
we
start making things bigger again.
Materials.
Yeah, and
so
alternative
room-sized computers.
things. Yeah, you could go there.
Also,
quantum computing.
It sounds bad,
like
but we're only approaching the limit of silicon. There are alternate materials that have much, much lower limits than that.
It's scary times, but I kind of look forward to seeing what kind of an ingenuity and innovation we get from this.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I actually think the quantum stuff is more feasible as it is right now than like a lot of the superconductor stuff, because physics.
Mm-hmm. Quantum computers and an inevitability. at this point.
I mean, modern CPUs already kind of break physics and have done for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Because technically, a 5 gigahertz CPU should be impossible. Because that's involving things going faster than the speed of light.
Oh, I never realized that.
And we reached the speed of light limit for CPUs in 2005, I think.
Now, if only we could put that technology into an engine.
Distance, power requirements.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just smiling and nodding.
Basically,
because
if you're
I know nothing about this.
transporting mass, any mass, even a microgram of mass at the speed of light, you need infinite energy.
Right. And right now, that is a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, with quantum mechanics, it may not be for very long.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
there's
not
ways
for
to
very
cheat,
long is
theoretically.
relative.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, not very long. Not very long ago, the dinosaurs existed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it blows my mind that the Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops never are millions of years apart from each other.
Oh yeah.
And all those old movies depict them two always fighting.
Because they're like the
They
two
didn't
most
exist.
iconic dinosaurs.
Oh yeah. I just, when it comes to the grand scheme of history and the timelines and all that, it boggles my mind. It's like we are infants in a cosmic scale.
Yep.
Make a religion out of that.
We are.
Someone probably has.
Yep.
I mean,
Something
I
flying
was-
spaghetti monster.
specifically referencing Bill Wirtz there.
Bill Wirtz.
Since, he has the whole, the history of the world, I guess.
Don't make a religion out of the French Revolution.
You can make it a lit no.
You can what? I didn't hear that.
That was the part with the, like, you could make religion out of it. No, don't.
No, don't. It's the French Revolution. Everyone's heads getting cut off.
Well, yeah, I know what the French Revolution is. I just didn't hear what Giga said.
Yeah.
Like, that's just one of the best well-timed jokes in that whole thing.
You could say that for literally any of the jokes.
Yeah, it's true. I honestly hope someday there's an updated version of it to cover 2000s history and onward.
Okay, my brain was just in
I'd
a.
like to
Okay, wait. My brain was just in a completely different place, and I thought you were saying that you want an updated version of the French Revolution.
Oh no.
Well,
that too.
if you want to get technical, I can think of some good it could do.
I'm gonna be honest, it may well happen in Quebec rather than France.
French Canadian, close enough.
I mean, Quebec is basically more French than France, so...
Yeah, it's shocking how true that is, considering the French make fun of them for being too French. Like, not only is making fun of Quebec a national pastime in English Canada, but the French make fun of them too.
Also, like, I just want to mention with Bill Wirtz, something I'd like to see him do is more of his focused history videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
before he did History of the World, he did History of Japan,
That
which
was
was
really good.
really cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that, especially like for China example, how it's always breaking and getting back together. I would love to see something like that with that.
Yeah.
Or India.
Oh, the one thing I want to hear him cover about China is that whole thing with the guy who thought he was the son of Jesus Christ and actually started a revolution.
I've never heard of this. What is
It's something you
this?
It's
don't
crazy.
hear about too often.
Oh, no,
But it
I've
is
never heard
absolutely
this.
bonkers. One
Of all
man,
places.
one man thought he was the son of Jesus Christ, and somehow he managed to rile up tens of millions of other Chinese people.
Gotta love the cult of personality.
Yeah. That's a good song, though.
Oh, it really is.
Like, hold on.
I want to know more about this one.
See if
I don't
can't
remember
find
any
it.
of the details offhand, just that I've heard the story before.
Oh yeah, I found the Wikipedia article. The Taiping Rebellion. This is so, like, it's so weird.
Well,
This shit
save that
lasted
for later.
14 years.
Oh
Jeez.
my. This is insanity. Brother of Jesus Christ. That's something I never would have imagined existing or happening.
World be crazy.
Very.
Yeah.
Can you
Don't
imagine
even
if they
need fiction
succeeded?
with shit like this happening, you
There's
know?
one of the most famous stupid fucking wars of all time
What
when the
about-
Australians lost to emus.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
I was just about to say, yeah.
That one is so well known, but it's still hilarious to me.
To
Yeah,
be
they
fair,
lost a
it
bird.
I mean,
wasn't really a war, but it's still funny that like Wikipedia treats it like one.
yeah. With the subject of China, I thought you were going to talk about the time that China basically declared war on sparrows.
Oh,
And
yeah, there's that.
Lost.
Didn't they just do something with COVID where they tried to do something similar to that with every animal and it just failed?
Yeah. Be careful what you say about that kind of thing, especially lately, because things are going down in the wider world of the internet and censorship and stuff.
I was just mostly them trying to kill off certain animals that were able to spread
Yeah.
up.
I'm
just
just
can't remember
saying,
what
like
the animal
on the topic of China and the general Asia area.
God forbid we upset Big Daddy China.
Mm.
Hell, I mean, if we were getting that China money too, I don't know if I'd be able to not kowtow. And there's a reason why Disney does what they do.
To think,
fuck.
the only, one of the pests here is rats. The only jurisdiction, I think, like, major one in the world to have actually successfully eliminated rats is Alberta.
Yep.
I never knew
There are
that.
no rats
And,
in the
like-
province of Alberta.
Something.
And isn't it
Deltora.
that, like, if you find a rat, you actually have to report it?
Yeah.
Wow.
God, this is literally just fucking out of the Deltora book plotline, because there is literally a book in the Deltora Quest series that is there's a city that's basically just called No Rats Here, and it's this ridiculous thing, but it makes sense in the context of the world. And there's a giant snake under the city that keeps eating the rats.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
no, I do not.
Deltora is is an excellent book series, but God, was it a fever dream?
I'm searching for like rats in Alberta, and one of the suggested searches from Google is, "Are rats illegal in Alberta?"
Like, that's actually something I was curious about. Like, could you have one as a pet? Because I've known some people who had rats as pets. Weird people, but
Maybe you like
God
have
damn
to
it,
register it.
So for those that don't know, I just posted a pun in Discord.
Oh, that's a good one.
Illegal immigrats.
Ugh.
Dark, you've done
Oh,
worse.
That's a good joke.
I know worse. That's why I know this is bad.
It definitely says something when a pun makes dark about people grown.
That's the first. I usually don't laugh at puns. That one made me laugh. So
Nate told me to pin it, so I pinned it.
God damn it, Nate.
I have been awake since 6 a.m.
Same, actually. Now that I think about it.
That does not surprise me.
I wanted to take a nap earlier, and then I just couldn't.
I was up at 11:30.
Also, like, one thing I will say with the Del Toro series is I think I read like half of the Dragons of Del Toro spinoff.
It's not really a spin-off
Series?
as it is more of like... Del Toro is weird. There's like 3 different series within Del Toro, and they're kind of like a trilogy in their own right, except the first series is like 10 books long, and then the other 2 are 4 books each.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but the craziest part about there being no rats in Alberta, now that I'm reading an article about it, is immediately upon their arrival at the eastern border with Saskatchewan, the Alberta government implemented an extremely aggressive rat control program to stop them from advancing further. A systematic detection and eradication system was used throughout a control zone about 600 kilometers or 400 miles long and 30 kilometers or 20 miles wide along the eastern border to eliminate rat infestations before the rats could spread further into the province. Shotguns, bulldozers, high explosives, poison gas, and incendiaries were used to destroy rats.
Holy shit!
It's nice to see Canada take some lessons from America.
I mean, of all places,
Alberta is just Canadian Texas, so
like, it's no word of a lie. It is basically Texas.
I love it. Like, that is the most redneck shit I've ever heard. Like,
welcome to Alberta.
like that. Like, I was just, why can't we just have a cat do all this? I'm joking, obviously.
you see, then you have cats.
Didn't Australia try to do something like that? They got rid of a certain animal, then rats infested, and now they have to get the old animal back to keep them in check.
I think it was like a sequence of like 3 different animals. Like, I can't remember what animals they were.
At least I know
Hawaii also had something similar too.
Really?
In fact, it led to the creation of a Pokemon.
Oh
for
yeah,
Alola.
the mongoose was introduced to Hawaii to get rid of the invasive species of rats, but the issue was that rats are nocturnal and mongooses are diurnal, so they almost never encounter each other.
That's funny.
And also, like, mongooses just won't eat rats to begin with. It wasn't thought through very well.
No.
Yep.
So now Hawaii has both rats and mongooses.
Viverids, though.
Yes.
Viverids are
Immigrats
cool.
are so cool.
So, for those that don't know, Viverids are basically mustelids, but feliform. Mongooses are in the Viverid family. Hyenas are closely related, but not quite in Viverids. Gannets and civets are Viverids. Fusas are Viverids, if anyone besides me and Nate knows what those are.
Hey,
Isn't
people
that
who
the poop
watch
coffee cat?
Madagascar might know what a fusa is because they were part of that movie.
What was
Is
that,
that the
Phoenix?
one that makes the coffee beans?
No, it's a civet.
Okay. I knew it was one of those animals you're all naming. The
Gannets,
Fusa, that name is...
Gannets are like one of my favorite lesser known animals.
I don't know if I have a lesser known favorite.
Because obviously my favorite is foxes, and people might actually be surprised at other animals that are up there. Because I like cougars and jaguars, and like for some reason I like the black tip shark specifically, and I don't know why.
Oh, I never even heard of that. Google it.
This all just reminds me that like there's a meme that gets thrown around on Twitter and probably also Reddit or other websites like that, where it's like, being an adult sucks. Nobody cares what my favorite dinosaur is anymore.
Seriously. Being a kid was easy. It was like, oh, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite dinosaur? Okay, we're best friends now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So what is everyone's favorite dinosaur?
Oh,
I don't know enough about dinosaurs anymore because, like,
Enough, I
once
don't
high
think I
school
do.
hits, you're supposed to just,
Forget
get rid of
everything.
that information.
Forget everything you know about the random thing that you knew about as a kid.
I think it's the
Yeah.
plesiosaur, the long neck version that's in the water.
The what? Oh, plesiosaur?
Yeah, like Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
love that one.
Please use.
It's technically not a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's not in the same
No, it's like
family.
it really isn't a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like,
Pterosaurs and basically all of the ancient marine reptiles are not dinosaurs.
What are they classified as?
I don't think that they have a singular classification.
Oh.
They're just not dinosaurs.
Okay, then I'll give you a land dinosaur. Come back to me.
But if we are counting those, then definitely Tylosaur for Tylosaurus on
Yep.
my end. If we are counting those. If we're not, then it's a little bit trickier.
Anybody who knows you is not remotely surprised.
Correct.
Dinosaurs, man. I do like the Carnosaurus.
Yeah.
Like the devil dinosaur.
I think that's technically Carnotaurus. Is it Carnotaurus or Carnosaurus? I can't remember. Boot would
I don't
Boot smack me if he heard me not being sure what a specific dinosaur is called.
I cannot remember. Like that's a thing. That's why I had to think for a minute. Is it Carnosaurus or Carnotaurus?
I think it's Carnotaurus, but I just do not remember.
It might be because it did have bull-like horns.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'll have to look it up later.
No, I always called it the devil dinosaur. All right, for shadows now.
Like, I don't have a
Shadows-
specific one, but probably something like for me, probably something like in the Ankylosore area of things.
So what you're saying is you're an Armadillomon main.
Yes.
My favorite dinosaur kind of shifted as I grew up. Raptors in general are up there. For a while, Spinosaurus was up there. Baryonyx was up there. Are we counting Archaeopteryx? Archaeopteryx is probably the current one.
Utah Raptor is also kind of cool.
Yeah. I typically prefer the smaller raptors. Deinonychus and Velociraptor, mainly.
I'm looking at dinosaurs right now. Did you know that there is a type of ankylosaur called a Gargoylosaurus?
What? That is a cool ass name. And it's cool looking too. That's a damn awesome fossil.
Gargoylosaurus.
Gargoylosaurus. That's a hell of a name.
Show Phoenix a Tylosaurus.
Taxonomists have what's that? Oh,
Show Phoenix a
Tylosaurus.
Tylosaurus. Yeah.
Yep.
So I love those things.
Yeah.
But I love it when you can tell that taxonomists are just having fun.
Yeah, there's like a pterosaur species called Aerodactylus.
Oh my, that is an awesome looking fossil.
Mm.
Oh, so it's like the precursor to like whales and dolphins?
No.
Oh, it
No.
looks kind of like it.
I know it looks like it, but no.
Oh,
I
right,
thi-
mammal. Oh, right,
It's a
dolphins, and that's a mammal.
I think they're more closely related to like crocodiles.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't. Oh, I kind of could see it in the head. That's a
Conversion
hell of a
evolution, man.
fossil. Yeah.
Now show them
Lose the
Tylomon.
flippers.
Oh,
Lose the
okay.
flippers, and you'd have a sea serpent there.
And you could say that about literally any like marine reptile.
Grab an image for Tylomon. Where's a good image? Just
Well,
the
he's looking
official
for-
art.
Looking for that. I was doing a lot of research for this Pokemon I've been creating, and I needed references for bug wings in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And there's not many I like, so I kind of just leaned on Yenma's shape. Did you know his wings are transparent, but yet you can't see his wings through his wings?
Yes.
That just really upset. That's when I decided I'm not doing transparent wings. I have no good references for it.
Here's your weekly fun fact that nobody asked for. Every species of winged insect has a different venation on its wings, which means that they're like separated into different sorts of sections that are unique to that species.
That's awesome. And that Digimon is awesome too.
Yeah. That's like actually one of my favorite Digimon.
It's really cool. I love the like submarine airplane look it has going.
To be fair, that might be because it's kind of the gimmick of just the way that it digivolves.
It just turns into a weapon of war at some point in time.
And not necessarily that, but like, so Tylomon is an armored digivolution, which means that you need a specific digimental, aka a Digimon egg thing, to turn a rookie or, in one case, a champion into that. And for some reason, the one that creates this particular one, just sort of like spawns a submarine Digimon.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I mean, it's just that.
I mean, yeah, it's
so
water.
the design themes are tied to the Digidestined in the first season and their Digimon. So then you bring over the themes into the new Digimon for the Armor Digivolutions.
Yeah, and it's like, what, this is Gatomon with reliability, I think? Was reliability? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Oh,
That's a highlight.
I can't remember the names of the Digimentals, but I'm pretty sure this is Gatomon with whatever you call the water one.
I think that is reliability.
Also, I decided to look up some funny scientific names. This one, though.
What?
Ahaha.
A wasp with the scientific name of Ahaha.
Wonderful.
Oh, fucking Australia.
That
And I'm sure the
fucking-
Ahaha can kill you in every single way.
I mean, it is Australia.
my brain right now is just, maybe it needs a spyglass. That's a joke for Phoenix, and basically no one else.
That's some deep cut shit right there, and I hope someone watching understands that reference.
I doubt it. I think that there are maybe 2 people that watch our podcast. And both of them are us.
I don't watch my own podcast. I live it. I don't need to watch my podcasts. I watch yours because you have different gameplay. I hate fucking doing shit. Lights.
Yeah, I just very much doubt that anyone watching besides the 2 of us gets that particular reference.
That's especially to no, that was quite popular series.
Yes, but we are not.
No, we're not. Sometimes I don't think I want to be a popular series.
Oh, if we were popular, we would get canceled so fast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Of course, you can only be canceled if you let them cancel you.
True.
There is a wasp in Central America with the genus Pison and species U.
Oh, I want to shake the hand of the person who named that thing. That's great.
Hang on, I gotta talk in a Discord chat really quick.
Okay. Oh, that's way too much data. Oh, this thing's gonna drive me insane.
There is a unicellular organism that is genus Camera, species Lens.
I love it when people have fun naming these random things.
Yeah.
No, there's too much shit.
I forgot how tutorial heavy the beginning of Arknights was. Which, to be fair, it's useful tutorials, but I've already gone through all this.
Alright. You should have a thing option. Oh, I'm just signing up a new account. Let me skip this stuff.
Yeah.
I joke.
I mean, it does do a good job of teaching you the mechanics of the game. It's just, again, I've already done all this.
Right. When you're drawing and you zoom up close to whatever you're working on, do you sometimes hate what you're looking at when you're up close to it?
No.
Oh, I do. But when it's zoomed out, it looks good when it looks. I can just see things I shouldn't see when it's so close. That's better. Oh, shadows. I don't know. Part of me hates what I'm doing. Part of me loves what I'm doing.
That's the curse of being an artist.
Like I can't tell if I'm happy with it or not. That's what's bugging me.
I may not be an artist, but I watch enough art things that, like, you're not alone in that.
My stomach keeps gurgling because I'm fucking hungry.
Oh no.
I wasn't able to eat a snack before I came on to record. Because this thing's been taking up all day. Literally, like, once I finished correcting audio stuff, this is all I've been doing, and it's getting on my nerves. And I think that's, like, a time I should just put it away. But it's literally almost done.
Okay, the game has stopped holding my hand through all this. So I can actually play.
And will they demand you give them money?
They don't.
Oh, they actually don't do that crap?
Nope. You can if you want, but you don't have to.
I mean, they're just not annoying about it.
Yeah. Like, the most that you might be encouraged to buy things is if you're low on Orundum or Originite Prime and you want to do some rolls, and that's not really something that they force down your throat. So
That's good.
Arknights is
I like it.
very free-to-play friendly.
I like to hear that.
I would say that if you're willing to spend any money, then you want to go for the monthly card, which is like $5 a month and gets you some pretty decent perks, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. I'm not much of one to coin with things.
Yeah. There's also, like, you can buy a really good 4-star operator with $1. And
See, that kind of stuff, when it's only like $1 kind of thing, I'm more tempted to do it.
I cannot access the store, so I cannot show it, but yeah. Alright,
I wonder if that's on the Amazon store. That game. The Amazon App Store.
I don't know.
Because if it is, I could definitely play it on my tablet, because my tablet's a kick-ass tablet, and I wish my phone was just good.
I would recommend just doing it on computer.
I know you would. I look stupid.
Oh my god. So, in Arknights, you are guaranteed a 6-star, which is the highest rarity, on your first 10 pull on the starter banner. And I just got my favorite operator as the guaranteed 6-star after, like, trying to pull for him for fucking months on my main account, and I just get him for free here.
That's crazy.
That's
And you
always
can-
how it ends up in gacha games for me, I swear.
What's even better is, like, when I got him on my main account, basically, there were 2 operators that I wanted at the time. One was a hippogriff named Heliger, and the other was Silver Ash. And Heliger had a banner at the time, and I was pulling for him, and I off-bannered to Silver Ash, and then got Heliger in recruitment. Guess who has a banner right now?
I like her.
Yes.
It's like her luck is so good that it's to the point where there's a fucking meme about it on this Edge server.
Yeah. Pet the gotcha fox for good luck. It's like,
Never worked for me, not once. But I'll still try.
yeah, it's like Heliger literally has a banner right now, and I just got Silver Ash. Not on the Heliger banner, mind you, but that's kind of not the point.
Like, one thing to keep in mind is that these are gacha games. The chance to roll an off-banner fucking high-end unit is less than 1%.
Okay, well, technically in Arknights, rolling a 6-star in general is a 2% chance. Rate up is 1% total, split between either just one operator, in which it's a 1% rate up, or two operators, in which it's a 0.5%, which means that you have a 1% chance to get a 6-star that is not on rate up. And there are so many 6-stars that rolling for one particular off banner is just implausible.
This silly rate up stuff is why I'm glad that Dokkan is just like, hey, 10% chance to roll any SSR, 20% on double rates banners. Naturally, the rates are split 5% each way depending on banner,
Yeah.
and 10% each way on double rates.
Can someone who's not recording go tell Shadow that on stream, rolling on an alt account, I got Silver Ash in my starter pool during another
Will
Helliger
do.
banner.
Will do.
Okay, you've
Okay.
got it, Dark. All right.
Just fucking... And it's during another Helliger banner.
When are you going to go buy a lotto ticket and win the lotto?
Never.
The thing is, she uses all her luck on gacha games.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Who else did I get? Like, nobody... Well, I got Perfumer, that's useful.
Really? Fucking fucked up the ping. I hate you, Discord. There we go.
Should that all be in shadow?
On her ult.
I know, like my fingers fucking hate me half the time. Yeah, I fixed it.
This is the second fucking time that I've gotten Silver Ash during a Helliger banner.
Like, literally my only reaction to your crazy gacha game luck is literally what Shadow just said.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like, I was expecting a Hoshiguma, which is the operator that I rolled.
That was impossible to deduce from context clues, thank you.
But, okay, what was I saying? I was expecting Hoshiguma, who is the operator that I rolled on my main account when doing that. But also, just like, I think there's 6 different operators that you can roll, and yeah, Hoshiguma is like the least interesting of them. She is just green Oni lady with shield.
Fuck me.
I've
Keeps going numb.
Amiya, let me slot Silver Ash. Why
I
can't...
think my best like weird luck story on gacha games is the time when during the worldwide download celebration on Dokkan like 2 years ago, somehow I managed to roll 4 of the fucking purple LR cell in like 4 summons. 4 of them.
Nice.
So yeah, I have him 100% and a dupe. Just because of that one fucking banner.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever played a gacha game before.
They can be fun if the gacha is fair.
And how often is a gacha actually fair?
Arknights.
It also depends on the developer too.
Generally speaking, Japanese ones tend to be more fair than like Korean or American ones. American
Because
ones
it's
are the
illegal in
worst.
Japan for them not to be.
Like American gacha games are the absolute worst.
Oh yeah.
Can you give me an example of an American gacha game?
There was a Lego one not too long ago.
Oh, gross. Poor Lego. They tarnish their name like that.
But like you literally couldn't even use the gacha in a gacha game without paying real money for it.
Oh, they could fight me on that.
Dark
A lot
Play
of-
Arknights.
Like,
A lot
as
of
far as I
modern-
can tell, there was no free-to-play way to actually use the gacha.
That's
A
easy.
lot of something a fair number of modern Asian gacha games do is they separate free currency from paid.
Okay, so Arknights does that, and I have no idea why, because there is no difference between the two in Arknights.
Dokkan does not and never has.
It's like you can't even see that there is a difference unless you go into your account settings and check.
In Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, a stone is a stone, regardless of source.
Yeah, that's basically the same in Arknights, except for some reason the game does track it.
Which is really weird to me.
Yeah.
But okay.
I feel like maybe originally Arknights did have some difference between the two, and then they just removed that difference, but yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that.
But another American gacha game was, I think it was Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And that
I think
one
that's still
wasn't
around,
bad,
actually.
but is it? Like, it's not as bad as the Lego one, but it's still like, oof.
So this is like loot box shit then.
Basically.
Kind of, yeah.
That makes me cringe. I've always been against the idea of loot boxes.
I don't mind loot boxes, but like I want to compare gacha to loot boxes, at least not in the way that people think of loot boxes.
Okay.
Especially with like Arknight specifically, and it's probably the case for a lot of other gacha games. You are guaranteed to get something good eventually.
And in Dokkan Battle, the 10th slot of every 10 pull is an SSR.
Yeah, I remember that Pokemon Duel did that, and in Arknights, like, okay, so if you go 50 pulls without getting a 6-star, then the game will slowly increase the chance of getting a 6-star until it reaches 100%. At which point you get the 6-star, and that resets. That's called that they just call that
Pity system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dokkan Battle kind of has something similar going on, only with every pull, regardless of whether it's 10 or not, you get coins, and you can use those coins in the shop to just buy a unit outright.
Yeah, not only that, but on every banner, and I mean every banner, you were guaranteed to get a 5-star within your first 10 pulls.
It's I don't know. I shouldn't have a issue with this because I played like Diablo and the whole thing to get legendary items is gacha.
Yeah, like
Although
You could
it's
also increase the
basically
chances.
just gacha game with better gameplay.
yeah, thinking of it as loot boxes does the game a disservice when it's an actually fair gacha, because I can only speak to Arknights, but Arknights does guarantee that you get good stuff eventually without having to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare, but
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
And with Arknights, you never have to spend real money. You can get everything that you can get with real money. You can get that with free to play. It's just faster if you spend the money.
Yeah. A lot of more modern Asian gachas are like this.
Mhm. And Dokkan also has a pretty good gacha system, in my opinion. Or rather, reasonable.
There's also some like weird special
Uh,
banners in Dokkan that normally just appear around anniversaries, which guarantee you the equivalent of what would be a 7-star in Arknights if they existed.
You are probably thinking of 6-star limiteds.
Probably. I'm, of course, like, Nate knows what these are. I'm referring to LRs, which are the highest possible rarity in the game.
And then there's Fate Grand Order, which is also reasonable, though I have my disagreements with how it handles some things, but it's also reasonable.
The absolute best time to get into Dokkan Battle, if you ever consider it, I feel, is around New Year's, because the New Year's step-up banner is absolutely fucking insane. 200 stones, 2 rounds, you get guaranteed great leader cards, and starting last year, the third and fifth step of each round are guaranteed LR.
Ooh. That's pretty cool. It's nice when game companies actually care enough to actually make it fair.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things, if you want to get good, you gotta pay. I'm sure there's skill-based games. These have some skill base to it.
Yeah, so Arknights is a tower defense game that is pretty reliant on timing, positioning, and the willingness to grind for your good units.
And in Dokkan, you pop bubbles.
Yeah, it's more of a casual single-player game with an inordinate amount of math behind it.
So Arknight starts easy, but gets difficult pretty quickly. And if Shadow hears me say that, then he's gonna just complain that I'm making things harder than they need to be. But, yeah.
Bubbles. It's a bubble popping simulator.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
And then Fate Grand Order is just basically a turn-based RPG.
This is the banner I was talking about. This banner is, or was, absolutely bonkers.
What are the numbers next to the steps mean?
Oh,
How many currency
stone.
it takes.
Yeah, how many stones it costs.
Gotcha.
And it's easy to get that many
Oh yeah.
when you're first starting out.
Yeah, when you make a new account, just do the quest story. You can get like some crazy number, something like 1,000 stones or so, just from that alone.
Wow. And then it becomes a grind?
Not really. Because celebrations.
Well, unless you want Gregory's. Then
Oh
it
god,
becomes a grind.
don't get me started on how fucking annoying those stupid Gregory medals are to fucking get. They are required for every good fucking unit to Z-Awaken. And for some reason, they decided to make them the most annoying free medal in the game to grind. Well, all the medals are free, but the most annoying basic medal in the game to grind. I just buy them from the fucking Baba shop whenever they show up. It's cheap anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you want to trigger, like, any Dokkan player, just say the word Gregory. And they will lose their shit.
It is horrendous.
Dark, your habit of referring to me by my real name has confused someone.
Oh,
To be fair, Goliath is never around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Goliath still calls me Jason sometimes.
Probably.
Oh, did
And
I
yeah,
ever
it's
show
a
you-
habit. It's going to be impossible to break at this point.
I'm not telling you to break it.
Did I ever show you the finished deep sea tentacruel?
I think so.
Okay. I know I showed tentacle. Okay, no, I didn't. I never showed the finished one. I scrolled back. When you're using the digital tablet, does your arm go numb sometimes?
Not really,
is
but
it
like,
in your pinky and ring finger?
No, it's like from elbow down.
Oh, I get
Oh.
that sometimes. That's just your arm falling asleep.
Yeah, and it's like really annoying when I'm trying to draw.
And
Because if it were like your pinky and ring finger going numb, I would have an answer for you. But
one of my favorite things that Dokkan Battle has ever done is make a busted ass unit out of fucking Videl.
also, I dig that tentacruel.
Thank you.
I did not
Mhm.
mean to make a pun there, and I realized it in the middle of saying it.
It's fine.
Hmm.
The blue is shiny.
Hmm.
I took inspiration from the deep sea phantom jellyfish, I think it's called.
Uh,
It's like that's why instead
know-
of being round at the bottom, it has those weird fringes.
No, you could just like put that in a Dragon Quest game, and it would like be really reasonable in there.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
game, I know how to play you. Please let me play.
No.
Oh, it needs to hold your hand until you're ready to spend money on it.
Like I said, Arknights doesn't really care as much about that.
I mean, it's still a gacha game, and most gacha games give out incentives for when the whales go insane on banners.
Yeah, but that like has nothing to do with the tutorial taking forever.
True.
Is Pokemon Masters considered a gacha game?
Yes,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I've heard
And
people
it's a shitty one.
I've heard people say that in order to be a gotcha game, you need to have a game to go with your gotcha.
Ouch.
And let's not forget the whole Pokemon Master Sex meme.
Yeah, but that like has
Oh, that was great. Though.
very little to do with the quality of the game.
And that game has voice acting, by the way.
Yep.
That's a little mind-boggling to me. They went that extra step for a mobile gacha game.
I
I
mean,
mean,
the thing is, mobile gacha games are money printers.
mhm.
Pokemon
Also,
in
Dokkan has
general
voice
is a monkey.
acting too.
I love it when a game has voice acting, even if it is just a mobile game. It just shocked. What?
It depends on the game, but also I don't think that it's like ever needed.
I know you're adamantly against voice acting in Pokemon.
Yep.
I'm for it to an extent.
But like, regardless of it being Pokemon, I don't think that voice acting is ever needed.
It's nice. It's not a necessity, but depending on the game, it's nice.
It can be nice, yeah. It depends on the quality of the voice acting.
Right. Like when they added the player character voice talking in Fallout. As much as I love the voice actors who did it, and they did a great job, it just felt so wrong and out of place for them to talk.
Like,
because
I will never not meme Fallout 4 for that.
Yeah, and I didn't like that they gave both Nate and Nora background stories. When it's a role-playing game, you're supposed to give them the background story yourself.
I disagree with that on general principle of not every game needs the main character to be a blank slate.
Yeah, but usually that's the whole point of Fallout.
Mm.
Just like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls.
Yes. Skyrim 3 Morrowind. Sorry.
Well, to be fair, my first Elder Scrolls game was Skyrim, so I lovingly refer to everything as Skyrim.
I just like making that kind of joke.
Mm.
I'm sure when Skyrim releases for the umpteenth time, they'll probably eventually call it, say all the other past ones.
Skyrim Starfield Release Edition.
Oh god, I hope Starfield's going to be good, because I'm looking forward to that. What they've seen so far looks really good. Oh, but dear lord, can we just get Elder Scrolls 6?
On the topic of Fallout 4, I have been watching one of my friends do a multitude of Fallout 4 playthroughs with the alternate start mod, and Fallout 4 has such massive performance problems on PC to this day that she has straight up told me that even with my hardware, I would still freeze in Boston Common endlessly.
It's not just I feel like it's a poorly optimized game, because even on the Xbox, it's horrendous sometimes.
I mean,
Fallout 4 is horrifically poorly optimized.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what Bethesda does.
Yeah.
See, but at least with Skyrim, the game was playable. But we're talking about half of the fucking game in Fallout 4, you will spend half of your time in those areas just frozen solid.
That's not a joke at all. And God forbid you mod it to add foliage, you crash every 15 steps.
Fallout 4 is less of a game and more of a how fast can I get this program to crash experience.
It can be sometimes. Like, the reason why I save every 5 minutes, quick save every 5 minutes, is because of Fallout 4. It became a habit for every game now. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I crashed less times in Cyberpunk than I did in Fallout.
That is actually crazy to me, considering how bad release Cyberpunk was.
As someone who pre-ordered it, played it from day one, I did not have many issues with it. And I was playing on the original Xbox One. PlayStation had a lot of issues.
Again, the same friend has pre-ordered Cyberpunk for PC and had no end of issues.
Yeah, PC ran it great from the beginning.
Like, the actual game ran fine, but the gameplay was really buggy, and sometimes the world would just load improperly on the release version on PC. And they still haven't removed the infinitely spawning cops.
Oh, I thought they fixed that on the Xbox, or on console, anyways. Like, if you kill them after, I think you get to whatever the equivalent of 4 stars is, they stop spawning for quite a while. I just didn't like it when they would spawn behind you immediately after committing a crime.
Oh yeah, they still do that.
They'd still do that, yeah. That one's still in there. It's like you're on top of a bridge, no way to get to you. You have to glitch to get onto this building. You take a random shot into a crowd. Police drone spawns behind you.
Like, just talking about this reminds me of the palace guards in the Imperial City in Oblivion. Commit a crime, run up the fucking palisades outside the White Gold Tower, and those motherfuckers will teleport up the pillar to you to arrest you. They don't even cast magic to do it. They just appear next to you, and suddenly you're under arrest.
That's funny. I as much shit I give Bethesda, I love Bethesda for this bullshit.
One of Oblivion's most infamous bugs is the ability to make any NPC melt by hitting them with a frenzy or calm spell as they're going through a door.
I think I've seen a video of that. Like, it wouldn't be a Bethesda game if there was no major bugs or issues.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Bethesda game if there didn't have to be an unofficial patch to fix the most game-breaking ones.
Yeah.
Day one.
I mean, I feel like that's most AAA games these days.
Bethesda were truly trailblazers on that front.
Yep.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen a game not have a day one patch at this point in time.
Sometimes you have day -1 patches.
Yeah, like they
yeah.
That is super true.
And
the game industry, man.
Yeah. And also, like, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, absolute buggy mess. It's nearly unplayable, actually, with how buggy it is, which is a shame.
I'm glad I didn't pick that when my mom said to go pick out a game for Easter. I was tempted. I was going to get that, and I was like,
I will say that new Lego building game looks fucking sick.
It does.
What's this? Like a Minecraft Lego? Like a Lego World?
It's a puzzle game, but like a freeform puzzle game, I guess you could say.
Oh, that's different.
I forget what it's called offhand.
Unlike a lot of Lego games, it's really nailed the look and feel of just playing with Lego.
Lego Brick Tales, that's right.
I can't watch it on while recording, but I'll definitely watch it. That sounds interesting.
Just as an aside, this isn't even a bug video, but this is one of my all-time favorite Morrowind-related videos.
Oh, that's gonna be fun to watch.
But yeah, so what it seems like Brick Tales is going to be is basically it's a puzzle game, but you get to build your own solutions to the puzzle.
So a little like Scribble Knots.
Yeah, but with Legos instead of.
I might have to get that done because that sounds
weird.
bad.
Out of left field comparison, kind of like what the building of your own vehicles in Banjo and Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was trying to be.
I haven't played that.
Yeah.
Few people I know have.
I have to clean up work for shadowing.
Man, we've only been going for a little bit over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Feels longer, mostly because I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm actually in that boat too.
I had a restless night, so I can kind of agree. I'm exhausted.
I've just been not sleeping very well.
Neither have I, honestly. It's all tossing and turning.
I've just been depressed.
Yeah.
I fell down the stairs a week and a half ago, and my ass still hasn't recovered.
Oh,
Fuck.
Jesus.
no.
Like, the stairs in my house are an absolute death trap because not only are they steep as hell, but they also have worn down over the years.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
dangerous. So they might as well just be a slide at this point, then.
Basically, yes. And I am 6'4" with giant feet, so I can't walk down them with my feet straight, otherwise I fall.
I know that exact thing. I'm 6'4" as well, size 14 shoes. I'm an awkward creature going downstairs.
The one time I tried,
because I'm 5'7" and my shoes. Yeah, my shoe size is 8.5 3E.
What's 3E?
Ah, it's the width.
Oh,
you got extra wide feet.
So, normal. So, there is standard width sizing in the United States, and it isn't just wide or extra wide. It's in letters.
Lucky
So
bastards.
I believe C is normal width, and D is wide. E is extra wide, and then after E, you just keep adding E's.
I
So-
never knew that. I think I'm as... I don't even know. I know I'm not standard. I fucking
Yeah,
ski
so
for feet.
my shoe size is 8.5 3E.
Damn.
You have extra wide feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
My feet aren't quite as long as yours, Black Phoenix, but I think I'm like size 13 wide. Because here in Canada, we don't have standard width sizing, even though we're attached to the US.
I'm sorry, it just amused me that you bothered to call him Black Phoenix instead of just Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's so proper. I've never been called that before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
to be fair to me, it's because I don't know you that well.
You can just call me Phoenix.
Fair.
It's like someone calling me my full first name.
Right.
I mean,
I
I,
keep
don't mind
seeing
if
that
people do
in
that,
Dropbox.
I can imagine it's just like, oh, who's this person? Oh, it's Phoenix.
Now, when I see that it says this name change 100 files, I just go, oh, it's Phoenix.
Yeah, just update another batch cries.
How far are you through that anyway?
Halfway through Sinnoh right now.
Neat.
100 a day except for Easter.
Hmm.
Darker shadows on the tail. Once you put the shadows and highlights, it's all comes together. It's like magic. Swear to God, it's like a black wash for models. For people who don't know, watching this, a black wash is really thinned down black paint put over a model, and it seeps into the cracks, and it makes everything pop.
And I'm going to go through this game with like a level 1 Amiya, and that's just amusing to me. Amiya being the starter operator that you are always given because she's kind of the main character.
Does the game have good waifus? That's an important
That's
question.
Oh,
like
of course it
half
does.
the point of the game.
Good waifus, good husbandos. Good all around.
There was a character in Elden Ring I think you would have really, really liked.
Oh?
His name is Blade. Blaid.
Oh, I know who that is.
He's basically a wolf man, and he's like the best friend of everybody for me.
As with literally any vaguely furry character ever, there is unbelievable amounts of porn of that man.
Oh, I can imagine. Like, he's one of the most beloved male characters in the game. And I'm sure there's a lot of female for Ranny, Melina, Melisandre. I think it's her name's Melisandre. I don't know. The redhead with the one arm.
One thing that doesn't make me happy about Elden Ring is the fact that the remote save corruption glitch still exists.
What?
Yeah, that's been a problem in From Software games since like Dark Souls 2. Hackers can, when you get invaded, hackers can remotely corrupt your entire save file.
Okay, I don't have to worry about it then. I don't play with that option on.
Thank God you don't.
Oh, that just sounds so terrifying. It's like I mean,
it is cancer. Hackers are such a problem. Like, hackers are such an issue in Dark Souls 3 these days that probably the only real way to play the game is to install the Cinders mod and wait until you get banned from the vanilla servers.
Like, I remember this happened Tuesday. I thought my game bugged out and I got like so disheartened. It's like I thought I killed this boss way too fast and it broke the sequencing of the game. But I was stupid and didn't realize you had to go up the stairs, talk to the door, then come down, and the game progressed.
One of my all-time favorite co-op Dark Souls 3 moments is when me and a friend somehow managed to glitch the area loading so that one of the NPC invaders spawned outside the map and instantly died.
That's awesome. I think there's some spots in Elden Ring you can actually do that too. Like, if I'm thinking, I remember seeing videos on it. It's in the mountaintops of the giants, like on a giant chain. If it just glitches out the person, they just fall to their death.
My last run, I had Smaug's hammer because I was playing through the game modded with cinders. And I had so much apes together strong strength that I one-hit Pontiff Sullivan.
I actually had to rely on apes together strong strategy with a recent boss. It was a gimmick boss where you had to use a spear to reach it because it was like this. It was called the God Devouring Serpent, and it was like in the heart of a volcano. And you have to use the spear just to reach it. And I was like, I'm a magic build. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? And I figured it out afterwards, and now I kind of want to play a full-on melee build.
Who needs intelligence, faith, or vigor when you have copious amounts of strength?
Yeah, you only have to hit him once.
That just reminds me of memes in the Arknights community. It's like, you don't need medics if you kill all the enemies first.
That is pretty much the strength build in Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Just in a nutshell. Don't need healing if the enemies just erupt.
Yep. Don't need medics or defenders if Silver Ash go burr.
I mean, isn't that just a lot of video games, really?
Yeah. For context of Silver Ash, his skill 3 changes his range into a massive triangle, and he just like swings his cane around, and I think he hits like 5 targets at once.
Damn.
The Dokkan equivalent is sticking pretty much any Vegito unit in a slot with tons of attacks because most of the Vegito units have counters. So when you have like 7 attacks from 6 enemies or 5 enemies in one slot, they're almost always all normals. So stick Vegito there and just watch him kill everything before they even get to the next slot.
It feels so strange doing shadows on shadows.
Really?
Yeah, it's just so mind-boggling for me anyways. No, I'm weird.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to art. No, don't need chat in there. I just feel it's kind of sad because I'm almost at the end of Elden Ring as well. Like I've just been going out of my way to like go after bosses I've missed now. I don't want it to end. I'm really enjoying that game.
Tired.
Just go Control Z, it's faster. I don't risk breaking the tab by spamming the undo button.
Yeah. You're not gonna break it, by the way.
Oh, I know, this thing is sturdy as fuck.
Yep.
Like, I know I keep it in the case, but this thing slid off the little table I had it on today. It's like, oh no, I broke it. And it was like, no, it might have improved it, in fact.
Yeah, Wacom tablets are very durable. You will be hard-pressed to accidentally break it.
I'm glad I got this. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm going to have to replace my nib soon, actually. Now, can you just flip it over and just use the back end of it?
It doesn't fit right if you do that.
That's a shame because I pulled it out today to see how much, like, just to pull it out and see. And like, there's so much in the pen itself. I just feel like that's such a waste of material.
I think it's mostly to let it quote unquote conduct the signal or something.
Oh, that's how it works. Swear to God, sometimes this thing feels like black magic with the way it works, with no like power source in the pen. Well, another fun Pokemon fact I found a little strange.
Sure.
Meowth and Victini have the same smile, or the same mouth, just one's a little more wide. And it just like gathering references to see like what kind of shapes to use for everything. And it's like, oh, they reuse a lot of things across all the Pokemon.
You kind of have to at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It just amazes me. It's like I'm starting to wonder if a lot of the Pokemon are just Frankensteins of other Pokemon, just patchworks kind of thing.
No, I think it's just a stylistic thing.
Like when we were doing the Smash or Pass, we noticed a lot of them use Gen 1, especially Lapis's head.
Yeah.
A lot of them shared that same design.
I mean, you know, this isn't just a Pokemon thing. Like, a lot of artists just, you know, have that kind of, you know, they reuse things a lot.
Like, you will
Yeah.
always be able to tell if I've drawn something by how the claws look.
Oh yeah, you have a very distinct
And-
art style.
Yeah. And Akira Toriyama has about, like, 4 faces he can draw.
And everyone has a 5 head?
Yeah.
I think I accidentally just started redoing the same stage. Oh well.
Oh, and
Yeah,
for people watching,
Yeah.
no Pokemon, no Minecraft videos this week.
oh, why not?
I needed a mental health day. I needed a
Ah,
break.
okay.
Like I was, especially yesterday, I was not in a great place. Let's
Gotcha.
just leave it at that. And it's like
That's fair.
it's like I'm overwhelmed, and it's like I'm going to take out the one thing that's stressing me out that won't have the greatest effect if I take it out for a
Right.
few days. It's like Minecraft drew the short straw. And it's like I recorded it. I would be behind on things I have to get done off screen in that. And I just realized it's my fault because I set the tasks for myself. And I made them a bit too, I don't want to say hard, but like damn, I'm unfair to myself.
I just saw today's video. I'm like, really? That's what you're doing for payment?
I
You
can't
lost
think
your
of
mind?
Yeah, like I just wanted to be fair, especially for something I can't get, like the Blaze Rod. Like, I know I could just go to the Nether, get it, but story progression, that's saved for a certain event that happens after the end of the second chapter.
Maybe you could have just stuck with emeralds.
I know, but I felt like special things should have been diamonds. I'm just questioning the amount I chose instead. 20 diamonds for 2 Blaze Rods.
Yeah, that was definitely overkill.
Uh-huh.
Also, I'm surprised it took you that long to die.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? And it was something so stupid. Random drop creeper.
Honestly, with how close you came before that, I was
Yeah,
surprised you
especially the
didn't
night
die
where
sooner.
yeah, like at the night I went on to try to get bones to capture some dogs.
Not even that. It's like how many times you walked into those berry bushes and
Oh,
that-
yeah, that was a half a heart. Like that was bad.
Hmm.
And I just kept doing it and doing it. Like there's a reason why I built far from those.
I wish I still had the screenshot, but I still remember plain as day when you, Giga, got fucking blown up at the most convenient time ever by a creeper.
Oh yeah. I have the screenshot somewhere, but basically, what happened is I'm gonna set this to auto. What happened is like we were all just in Minecraft playing basic survival, and I was cowering in the base that I made because I'm not good at video games, and I said something along the lines of, "It's raining. There's a creeper outside, and there's a gigantic fucking hole in the side of my house. Welcome to Minecraft." But that was in like 2 messages, and right before I was able to say "Welcome to Minecraft," Giga got blown up by a creeper.
See, it appeared out of order for me, so you said "Welcome to Minecraft," and then a split second later, Lord X Giga X was blown up by creeper appeared in my chat log.
We have good stories about like our early Minecraft days. Like for example, me, Giga, and a Shadow were playing on Minecraft, and it was like one of our first worlds, I think.
Is
And
this the one I think it is?
probably, Giga commented "smelting iron,"
Oh,
and then Shadow said "smelting myself," and then almost immediately was Shadow tried to swim in lava.
Like, this is why I can't wait for us to do a second season of Foxfire with more people. Like, if we're actually able to.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the chaos that's going to end up happening.
Dark, Nate, you up for that?
I mean,
Sure.
if anything would get me to play Minecraft again, it's playing it with people I actually enjoy playing the game with. 'Cause me and Minecraft have quite the history.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Don't worry, worst that can happen is that we all get killed by wardens.
Oh god, I forgot that's going to be a thing.
I'm staying away from that.
I really want to explore the Deep Dark.
From what I've seen, there's nothing to explore yet.
I know. And the Warden is terrifying. Like, it's a relentless monster. It's like, I gotta give props to Mojang. That's who's in charge, right?
Yep.
Changed companies' hands so many times now. I gotta give props for them to make an actual terrifying monster.
It's always been Mojang.
I know, but isn't like 4J Studio too?
I don't think so. I've never heard of them.
How's that? Oh, that's heat kicking on. Furnace makes new sound.
Mm.
I think
I
the
think
issue is
4J
more
Studio
that
might be mobile.
there's so many different versions of Minecraft now that it's hard to know what the mainline one is.
It's
Yeah,
Java.
I think
Yeah.
4J is console version. Until Bedrock happened.
Yeah, the mainline version everyone actually wants it to be is Java, but recently Microsoft's been really pushing Bedrock.
They can push it as hard as they want. That doesn't make it the main version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, as
One
much
thing I'm
as-
certain Java will never get is ray tracing, because actually running shaders in Java is already a problem enough as it is.
Java already has ray tracing.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Shows you how long it's been since I played Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, I
It's
think
like,
if you have Windows 10, it's built in.
Yeah. The Hermitcraft people have been pushing that lately because they get sponsored by it. They get sponsored by some graphics card or another.
Like, I think I'm able to actually turn it on my version. And I have the Java. I think I can turn it on. Looks good. Alright, Wing Shadows, and it's done. Goddamn Puka Pokemon.
Also, meanwhile, me ignoring what the game is telling me to do and just deciding that I want to put all my EXP into Silver Ash. I have him. I'm going to use him.
One of the absolute, stupidest things that Dokkan tries to recommend you do is use the Elder Kai card, which is a guaranteed super attack level up on fucking SRs. Like, oh, no, don't do that. Only use those on units you can't farm.
So I was browsing the Dragon Quest subreddit just now. And one of the mainstays in the Dragon Quest games is to save your game, you have to go to a church in a town and save your game there.
Yeah.
And like it took until a comment I saw, somebody questioning the realism of that, so wait, can I still save my progress in a church? And then somebody replied with, that is the purpose of a church, to become saved. And just my mind got blown right there. Like, holy shit.
The things
That's
you
been
read
the
on
joke
Reddit,
the whole time. Like, I can't believe I missed out on that joke the whole time.
You also seek sanctuary within churches.
Am I going crazy, or did the last 30 minutes just go by in like 5?
Oh, fuck me. I didn't
What the hell
realize.
happened?
What?
Okay, which one of you are manipulating time?
Not me.
I mean, it's felt like 30 minutes to me, so maybe it's me doing it accidentally.
Maybe.
Just want this to be over so you can go sleep.
A bit, yeah.
My OBS is still saying it's been an hour 40, and I'm like, wait, how? I swear it was only like 11 p.m. 10 minutes ago.
Time flies. You get us on weird topics and we start laughing our asses off.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, everyone here should play Arknights because it's fun, and I need more friends. I'm gonna link you BlueStacks after we stop recording.
Okay.
So what else is there
Need
to
to
talk
get
about?
I need to get an SD card for my phone already.
When it comes to Arknights, if you're not playing on computer, you definitely want a large SD card for your phone.
Oh no, I know full well of that. Dokkan is like 8 gigs.
Ouch.
Jeez.
To be fair, it's a 7-year-old game.
That's why I have to get a new phone, because my phone completely ran out of space because the system takes up 90% of it.
Oh no, I need a new phone too, but that's because my screen is cracked, my charger doesn't work because the port's busted, and my camera's falling apart.
Yeah,
Wow.
that would be a good reason to get a new phone.
How long have you had that? For all that to be going
4
wrong.
years?
Nice. That's a longevity for a phone.
That's a lot of wear and tear for 4 years.
Good point. I've had mine for 3, and the most I have on is a tiny, tiny scratch at the bottom corner because there was a rock in my pocket.
Yeah, like my old phone, I've had it for I want to say like 5 years, maybe more, and like the most damage that's apparent on it is like there's a small ding on the edge because it hit a table or something.
I don't even know where half of this damage came from because it's just been sitting in my pocket 90% of its lifespan.
That might be why. Maybe you like sat on it at some point.
Not my back pocket, my front pocket.
Oh, I'd never put a phone in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm. That
Meanwhile-
seems dangerous.
Meanwhile, me just having side pockets.
Let's see. My previous phone was a Galaxy S10. I probably got that relatively close to it.
Yeah, I've got an S9 Plus.
I have no fucking clue what mine is anymore.
My dad,
I would have
the
gotten
fool,
it in
des-
2019. Okay.
My dad, the fool, decided to invest in LG devices, not realizing that a few years later they'd completely exit the phone market, and now he has no vendor support.
Oh dear.
LG kind of sucked. My mom always got LG phones. It's dealing with them was the worst.
I want to get for my next one, I want to get a Pixel 6, and that's despite the really smarmy Google advertising.
I'll just stick with Samsung.
Yeah.
Just that they're affordable. Like I would love an iPhone, but I don't have a spare kidney to sell.
Yeah, Star recently bought an iPhone 13.
Yeah. Or Apple doesn't let you do anything with their phone is the problem.
I
Oh, that's
refuse to
another thing I
use
hate.
any Apple products.
The obsolescence, the planned obsolescence thing, that ruins it for me.
Yeah, I'm never going to willingly purchase an iPhone or a Mac or whatever Apple product is currently trending.
I have
my
a
biggest
second-gen iPod.
My biggest reason for refusing to purchase any mobile Apple product is purely because they removed the headphone jack, and I'm a huge analog audio nut.
Why
That
would they
is so
do that?
stupid of a thing to remove.
Yeah.
Because Apple.
I mean, I can kind of understand it. It is stupid, but basically, there's only so many things you can put in a phone physically, and you need specific adapters for the headphone jack, etc., etc. And I
See,
believe
that would be an
Lightning.
excuse if the quarter-inch jack wasn't so fucking cheap.
Yeah,
Hey, just considering one of Apple's original products, the iPod, and the whole thing was all music, and they removed the headphone jack out of their basically what is now their only major product besides computers. It's just batshit insanity.
Like, it's not like we're talking like exotic things like 5 or 7 pin XLR here. This is just a basic bitch quarter-inch headphone jack. Those cost literal pennies and don't take up very much
Yep.
space at all.
Yeah.
and also I think they just thought that what was the new adapter, Lightning?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they just thought Lightning was gonna be the next thing, right? And they were hedging their bets on Lightning, and it didn't work.
Surprise, surprise.
There's a reason why there's a joke that everyone who owns an Apple product is just a sheep.
I am not aware of that joke. I just think
Oh
Apple
yeah,
sucks.
people go by the Apple store in New York City all the time and just buy and delete.
I mean, to be fair, New Yorkers are ruthless.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of
yeah.
rude.
Yeah, I
that's
was
part
thinking
of
the
the
same thing
culture.
too. Like, it's rude. I don't.
I mean, it's okay to have a preference, even if it's incorrect.
That's just par for the course.
And
for my
honestly,
sake.
it's even, I would say, not. What am I trying to say here?
It's not
Like,
furthering
it's
their
fine
cause.
to judge people, as long as you kind of keep it to yourself, or
Mhm.
or use it for constructive criticism for the person. But like, just doing that type of stuff directly to people, annoying them, that doesn't help anything.
PSA, guys, don't just be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
hard
don't
for people
care.
from New York.
I don't care whose side you're on. I don't care whose side you're on or what the issue is. Don't just be an asshole.
Don't harass
Besides-
people. Don't dox people. Don't.
Seriously. And in the end of the day, we know the superior product is Nokia, so.
Yeah.
This is something that nobody's probably going to care about but me in this chat, but no matter how big of an asshole you can be as a New Yorker, New Yorkers will never be Philadelphia sports fans.
No, we won't. That is very true. That's a level of psychotic that we don't touch.
Smiling and
Eagle
nodding.
fans are crazy.
Like, specifically in basketball, I think New Yorkers have long resigned themselves to the fact that the Knicks are so bad that they will never have any, like, real hope.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they've given up being an asshole and are just rolling with it these days.
Actually, there might be someone worse than Philadelphia. Boston fans.
Oh,
Not
don't remind me.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
Red Sox
remind
fans
me.
in general. The Celtics, the Red Sox, and the Bruins.
Can I go on a
They
rant
Do
for a
win.
minute?
not. I am
I know
a
what your
Toronto
rant's gonna
sports
be
fan.
about.
I'm a Toronto sports fan. Do not talk to me about the Bruins and Celtics. Do not.
Like if Boston wins anything, if they win, the city's in a riot and they're burning it down because they won.
Can I go on a rant for a minute?
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
I think I know what it's gonna be.
Whoever named the
Yeah.
Celtics needs to be punched in the face.
I agree.
Welcome to Boston.
Yeah.
That is not how that word is pronounced.
So it's Celtic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's one thing. Like, I don't always say, "Oh, that triggers me." That's something that really gets under my skin, though, when someone pronounces it Celtics.
Yeah. Also, my favorite
It's
villain in
because
this
that's how
soda.
English usually works, and Celt is just a really weird word.
Yeah. But still, they could at least bother to pronounce it correctly.
The thing is, when you're pronouncing it like sports team, that is the correct pronunciation for the sports team. Which
It's still
sucks.
no. Also, I love how you know me well enough to know immediately what my rant is gonna be.
Yeah. As, like, you know, even before you got interrupted, and I just heard that in the background, I'm like, oh, I know what this is gonna be.
Like, the reason I say, as a Toronto sports fan, do not talk about the Celtics or the Bruins around me is because literally every time we have run into a Boston team in the playoffs, whether it's in basketball or with the sorry-ass Maple Leafs, we always lose. Always. Without fail.
You seem pretty passionate about this.
I am. Thank you for recognizing that.
And this is where I have the obligation to say, is I am not a sports fan. Period.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Me neither.
I
I'm
liked
mostly
watching
into
NASCAR with my dad.
basketball.
I got no sports I enjoy.
The one time I even remotely cared about sports was our local, I think, just single A baseball team back in my hometown. Minor league, anyway.
Yeah.
And, like, they weren't good. They were consistently at the bottom. I don't think I ever went to a game that they won. But going to those games was certainly a lot of fun. The Yakima Bears.
I think the only sport I sort of got into to the point where I could have done it like in competition kind of thing was archery. And I don't know if that kind of qualifies as a sport.
Archery? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep. Archery is a sport.
And I did
Generally,
one
if it is
sport.
at the Olympics, it is a sport.
Good point. I was fucking good with a bow and arrow. God damn.
And yes, that means chess is a sport because there is Olympic chess.
Yep.
Okay, I did two sports then. Fucking love chess.
Chess is great.
We were going to do a chess club at my school, but there was only like 2 people actually for it, me and this other kid. And they're like, yeah, there's not enough people to make a sports club, chess club. Sorry.
Mission accomplished.
Now we have to make Pokemon a sport. Let's get that into the Olympics next.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, of all of the competitive games these days, the 2 that have the biggest chance of making it in are probably League of Legends and Dota 2.
Oh, I would cringe if
So-
that ever happens.
At my old high school in California, we had a chess club that one day I just decided I wanted to bring my Yu-Gi-Oh deck into, and after a while that kind of split off into a Yu-Gi-Oh club, and that's how I met Flem.
Yu-Gi-Oh was banned at my school.
Why?
I mean, I dislike Yu-Gi-Oh,
Christian
but
school.
lame?
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't because we were a Catholic school. The few times that kids were allowed to duel and at lunch, it ended up in fistfights.
Sounds about New York.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon was 100% allowed though.
Interesting.
Like, I am from the Canadian equivalent of New York, and it's basically the same there.
Oh shit.
My school had to ban snowball fights at one point.
Want to make an ice ball?
Yep. Hit a girl right in the eye.
Ow.
Ouch.
That's an easy way to lose an eye.
Yeah, she was real lucky that she didn't lose her eye, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Right,
after
sure.
that they just said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore, guys.
We did a lot of stupid things in school that could have got us either in legal trouble or killed.
Yep.
Like, did any of you have something called hornets?
Like the bug?
No, they were like paper folded, and you would shoot them with a rubber band.
Oh.
Not
Oh,
really.
we didn't call them hornets, but
What you call them?
I don't think we called them anything.
Oh, we ended up basically having a weapons race with hornets, seeing who could make the most dangerous one.
Hmm.
There was some that had needles in them,
Oh God.
some with razor
Oh,
blades
no.
attached.
What the fuck?
What is
Kids,
wrong
man.
with people? What is wrong with you people?
America.
I remember I made mine out of clothespins, so mine were wooden hornets.
Oh, God.
Oh,
See, my stupid school story is pretty tame by comparison. And it involves me and one other, like, I think he was in 10th grade at the time. Me and one other 10th grader that I was friends with, creating this batch script that basically just looped opening Internet Explorer every like half a second. So we
God.
opened so many Internet Explorers that the entire school network crashed.
Oh God.
oh, I love that. That's great.
I never really
And
got
so-
into trouble as a
that's-
kid.
Something that I was involved in but somehow got none of the blame for was when me and my group of friends started bringing in Hamachi to play Minecraft in the library. And somehow one of us managed to permanently install Hamachi to the school network and got everyone else banned from using the library computers except for me.
What the fuck?
I'm just thinking. You mentioning Hamachi just gave me a PTSD flashback of the time that Shadow crashed my computer by blowing up a bunch of TNT in Minecraft. And
Well, I've done that before just on my local machine.
yeah, but just the fact that Shadow crashed my computer because of the fucking TNT thing.
Like my Hamachi story was back during the heyday of the more explosives and explosive plus mods. So at one point we used Hamachi with those mods installed and set off like 10 nukes, which destroy like 4 chunks at a time all at once.
Wow.
Yeah, that crashed the network too.
And with that, as we reach our 2-hour mark, I think it's time we all say goodnight because I think we're all quite tired.
But I'm still in the
Yeah.
middle of Arknight, so you can end yours off, but I'm gonna still be
Oh boy.
recording for a bit.
Finish Arknights and then go to sleep.
Well, one, I can't, because, like, I'm still stuck in tutorial hell.
Oh, I guess I'll be on my side of the podcast with this. I never got to Minecraft, so you've just been looking at this Pokemon this whole time. So if you enjoyed watching me diddle around with this thing, leave a like, share it around, you know the drill. Go check out everything in the description below. I actually have the website linked, finally. Actually, this is probably like the 3rd week in a row it's been linked. It's been corrected. Anything else? Anybody else wants to say anything?
Play Arknight.
Don't crash your school network.
That's
The
probably not
rule
the best
here
idea.
is this is great advice to close out on. Don't get caught.
Oh, we got caught. They didn't care.
Don't be dark.
Also, if you're at the age where crashing your school network is even a consideration, you probably shouldn't be watching this podcast.
College?
I'm not sure if that's
feel
a
like-
consideration
I
in
feel like it'd
college.
be a lot harder to crash a college network
That
than
too.
a high school
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Because IT in college actually know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
granted, so do the students.
Like, no word of a lie. The only reason I know this, like, I know why fucking CD drives in school computers in high school don't work, and the only reason I know is because one day I was assigned to shadow the IT guy, and the reason they don't work is because they literally just snip the belts. They don't unplug them. They pull them out and snip the belts.
Wow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye!
Bye. Useless trivia.
I am still recording because
Oh yeah, you can. I had a hard time uploading the last podcast because I don't know why I've never had a hard time with the length of it. It was just, I don't know. I think YouTube might have been having issues that day because it took like 6 hours to upload.
yeah, my uploads have been pretty fast lately since getting the quote-unquote new internet.
What is your quote-unquote new internet anyway?
Amneal's login info for Xfinity.
Airplay.
So yeah, I've just been kind of like enjoying that, and it's better than the old internet because 24 people aren't trying to use it, but it still like occasionally will go down every now and then for like a few minutes at a time, which isn't
Yeah.
as bad. It's faster and it's more reliable.
That's just inevitable with residential internet, though.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Chad with gigabit fiber, he can't even use all of because he's stuck on Wi-Fi.
I think they still didn't even fix the issue with the old internet.
Damn, serious?
What the fuck? Come on, how long has it been?
I don't know. I haven't really
Like-
tried it in a while, to be fair. But like, I never heard word about that being fixed. And even if it was fixed, I probably wouldn't go back to it just because it's fucking terrible internet.
I remember when we were doing Minecraft, you had to sit out towards the end and just do voice.
Well, that was because my hotspot data ran out.
Right.
And then in the following days, the internet started not working.
Mission accomplished.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It was annoying, but like, no, it was mostly just annoying.
Damn, this was a long episode.
Let's see, how far am I in this now?
I'm just sitting here like half falling asleep.
I mean, it's 2 in the morning where I am. I feel that.
1 a.m. here.
Okay, I think I'm done toying around with the alt account for now. I still have a bunch of sanity to burn, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this was however many minutes of extra content for people who watch my side. Fucking random ass Silver Ash, but whatever. See you guys next week, I guess.